Let me start with something uncomfortable. Some of you watching this are already getting rich. You just don't feel like it. Because nobody told you this. Getting rich doesn't feel exciting. It feels boring. It feels disciplined. It feels like you're missing out. And if you stay with me for the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact moment most people accidentally sabotage their wealth, and how you avoided it. Let's get into it. Quick test. When you get paid, is there margin left over? Or does your lifestyle expand to absorb it? Most Americans increase spending the moment income rises. But if your spending is intentional, not emotional, you've created something powerful. A gap. And that gap becomes investments. Investments become freedom. If you've stopped trying to look rich, you've started becoming rich. Most people think in pay cycles. You think in decades. You don't panic when the market drops 15%. You don't chase hot stock tips from coworkers. You understand something simple. Wealth is built through repetition, not adrenaline. And here's what most people miss. The boring investor usually wins. If you've automated contributions and stopped checking daily, that's a wealth-building behavior. Let me ask you this. If your car breaks down tomorrow, is it a crisis? Or an inconvenience? That answer tells you everything. If you have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, you're statistically ahead of most Americans. But here's the part nobody talks about. The real value isn't the money. It's the calm. That emotional stability is what allows smart decisions under pressure. And calm people build wealth faster than stressed ones. Your raises don't change your lifestyle. This is where most people fail. Income goes up. Lifestyle goes up. Future wealth disappears. But if you got a raise and your first thought was, how much more can I invest? You've crossed into the top tier psychologically. Lifestyle inflation is silent. But so is discipline. Over 10 years, that difference is 6 figures. You've stopped competing. At some point you stopped caring. Not because you gave up. Because you understood. Most visible wealth is financed. The $70,000 truck. The luxury apartment. The Instagram vacation. Often paid for by future stress. If you see that and feel neutral instead of pressured, that's financial maturity. And maturity compounds. Money isn't your main stress anymore. There was a time when money was loud in your head. Constant mental math. Constant anxiety. Now, bills are automated. Investments run quietly. You think about growth, not survival. That shift from reactive to proactive is massive. And most people never reach it. You value time more than stuff. Here's the real flex. It's not a Rolex. It's control over your schedule. If you've started protecting your time, if you've said no more often, if you prioritize flexibility over flash, you're thinking like someone who understands the endgame. Because real wealth buys time, not toys. You take ownership. This might be the biggest one. You stopped blaming the economy. Stopped blaming your salary. Stopped saying, I can't. Now you say, that's not a priority. That shift puts you in control. And control builds assets. Excuses build debt. Here's what most people misunderstand. Wealth doesn't announce itself. There's no notification that says, congratulations. You made it. It feels slow. It feels uneventful. Sometimes it even feels like you're behind. But if you saw yourself in even 3 of these signs, you're not behind. You're building. Quietly. And quiet wealth is the most powerful kind. If this helped reframe how you see your progress, hit subscribe. Because the loudest money advice online usually keeps people broke. The quiet strategies? They create freedom. And that's what we're here for.